Hello, this message is for Daniel DeSauer. Daniel, my name is Dr. Amelia Beshin. It's nice to meet you via the camera here. I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback from your video from week 2. If you recall, the video assignment was for you to imagine that you were talking to the 5 people that you interviewed about sustainability, and you were to develop an argument convincing them that sustainability is important for every global citizen to consider, and then telling them why that might be the case. So, I wanted to lead off with that to kind of jog your memory about the assignment, and I'm going to now launch into some of the critiques, some of the things that I noticed. Daniel, one of the first things that I would say is to watch out for your use of the word I challenge you to go back and look at your own video and tally the number of times that you said What usually happens is we use that as a filler, and especially in some more awkward situations where this one might be considered an awkward situation where you're asked to imagine that you're talking to people that aren't really there and you're looking directly into a camera. I get all of those dynamics, but I want you to be sure that you watch this speech pattern that you may have, and because when you're talking to somebody and you're trying to promote an idea that you have, the more times that you use the less credibility you have with that person, because it kind of indicates that you are uncertain about the topic. They may start playing buzzword bingo instead. I've been that person where I've listened to a lot of ums and I've just started to tally that rather than actually listen to the message that the person was given. I've been guilty of that. So I just want to say, watch your use of the word You had a pretty good, overall, comfortable presentation. I also want to make you aware of cultural phrases. I said beware of your use of cultural phrases like belly up. That's a phrase that you used in there. Now imagine you're speaking with an audience member who truly imagines somebody with their belly up, and that's not where you were going with that conversation. So it's good just to avoid what I call cultural phrases. We have so many of them. Here's another one that I use quite a bit because I'm a sport and exercise psychologist. You hit it out of the park. Okay? Maybe you know a little bit about baseball, so you know that that was a home run. But if I'm talking to somebody who doesn't understand that, or maybe they're able to understand that it means home run, but how does that relate to business, for example, or how does that relate to human behavior? They're in their minds truly imagining that someone hit a home run rather than actually seeing what I mean is that they were successful at something that they did. So I hope that that serves to clarify. You used belly up, and then I gave you this example of you hit a home run, or you knocked it out of the park, whatever it might be. I think one of your strengths was that you did incorporate your audience. That was most of the assignment as well. I was wondering how John would respond to you specifically. John, when I watched his video, did have some pretty interesting cultural biases there. So you did kind of a softer approach, but I would like for you to try to challenge him a little bit more on those beliefs and see where he would go with that. Interesting kind of dynamic that John brings to the table compared to the rest of the group. You did a great job of focusing on the strengths of individuals in the room. When you do that, it encourages them to listen to you more. People like to have that attaboy, there's my cultural phrase of course, or that good job, pat on the back kind of a thing. And so you did a really great job of engaging each audience member in that way. You also had an excellent summary. Solid one there. That is so, so important, because even when you're speaking for 5 minutes, you want to lead in with here's where I'm going and here's where I'm ending, and then at the end you want to say this is what I've covered. That way you kind of sandwich in the message, but you have a lead in and you have a great exit as well. So if anything, I would say don't forget to lead in. Today I'm going to talk to you about this. And then after we're finished speaking about that, I will allow 2 minutes for questions or whatever it might be. Show the audience where you're taking them for the time that you have with them. Otherwise, overall, a great job. I gave you a 20 out of 20 because I was really impressed with the way that you conducted yourself in the video portion. Thanks, Daniel. Have a great day.